Hi, my fellow comic collectors. This is going to be a haul video where I just recently got a bunch of orders. I don't know why they all came in at once. I was like expecting them throughout the week, and I'm going to show you. It's like a bunch of boxes here. I opened one, sorry, and already picked out a couple that I picked out here. The first one is Firestorm, and this is Firestorm number 35. And this is the first appearance of the Weasel. He's going to be in the next Suicide Squad movie, Suicide Squad number 2. So just a kind of cool character. I thought it would be kind of cool to get his first appearance. It's a cheap comic. You should be able to pick this up for anywhere from $10 to $20 max. You know, it's not an expensive comic, or even in the dollar bin. It's not like a big comic. Here's another one that I picked up, and it's also for another character that's going to be in the new Suicide Squad. And this is Superman number, I think it's number 4. It's the first appearance of Bloodsport. Now he's a very short-lived character, even in the comic. So he's going to be played by what's his name, Alba. And basically, it's going to be a case where probably he's going to get killed. I'm guessing he's going to get killed off pretty quickly. But, Alba is a pretty cool actor. So, you never know. It could become an iconic character. I always like to collect characters that are going to be in movies. So it's a thing I like to do. I collect based on movies and shows that I like. I like the Suicide Squad. So I kind of wanted to pick up all the major characters from it. So this is the other one I picked up. This is another $20 to $30 book. It's a little bit more expensive. It's a little harder to find, strangely. Yeah, it's a good one to pick up. It's the first appearance of Bloodsport. Not a major character, but kind of cool. So let's see what's inside the boxes. Now, inside the boxes, I'm pretty sure there's some major keys. So this is going to be a little bit more exciting than some of these little ones that I just picked up. So this is the first box. And kind of open it up here. I always put so much tape. Okay. So I'm going to try to show all this. Okay, so the first one is Thor 133. You can see how much I paid for it on the cover. This is the first appearance of Ego, as where he's in his full form. The next one is Batman. 357. Why was I blanking on the number? So Batman 357, which is the first appearance of Black Mask. He was in the last Birds of Prey movie. He's sort of like a kind of a cool villain. So that's him on the cover there. So Black Mask. And this one is Fantastic Four number 64. This is kind of a major one. It's usually a little bit more expensive. I paid like $20 for it. It's the first appearance of the Sentinels, not the Sentinels from the Sentry, I should say, Sentinels. And it's kind of a minor key. It could be in the next Fantastic Four movie. I don't know. To tell you the truth, I really don't know. I doubt it, but it's just kind of a cool major character from the Fantastic Four. So I kind of like picking up first appearances. This one, a little bit more expensive book. It has the first full appearance of Jason Todd, and it also has a Killer Croc appearance. So it's a more expensive book. Again, Killer Croc was from the first Suicide Squad, so I kind of picked that up for that reason. And it's Batman 386. So it's a kind of a cool cover with all the greens and stuff too. I'm not sure if you can really see that in the, there, maybe I can make it. So it's kind of like Batman struggling with this sort of octopus-like thing or squid-like thing. So yeah, kind of cool. Squid, it's a squid. And this is just a random one, Batman Hush. I thought it was kind of a cool comic to pick up. It's Hush #1. And this is Batman 212. Batman 212 is the first appearance of Hydro Man. Now this book actually spiked a couple of years ago when Homecoming was coming out, because there was sort of like a trailer where they showed that he was fighting sort of elementals. And so the elemental that they thought it would be this guy, which he's sort of a water elemental kind of guy. So this book spiked for a while, but has long since dropped. It's still an expensive book. Usually it goes for about $50 in a higher grade. So this was like $20. It was, just a kind of cool comic to pick up. And this is one I actually wanted for a while. It's sort of a very pricey book normally. It's Iron Fist #14. It's the first appearance of Sabretooth. So you can see that on the cover there. It's kind of a cool one to pick up. And for $50, even though it's not the highest grade, it's sort of like a low grade. You can see it's like missing a corner here. It's a pretty low grade. I thought it was a reasonable deal. And this is kind of an interesting one. I always saw this one. I don't know much about it, to tell you the truth. It's the first appearance of Commandy, which is Commandy #1. And I don't know much about it. I just see it always on my local comic book store's wall. And I don't know much about it. I just was very curious about it. So when I saw it for like $18, hey, I was like, why not, right? Check it out. It just has a cool cover, so I kind of liked it. This is a more expensive one. That's like a little bit of a Silver Age one. It's Detective Comics 267. Now this is the first appearance of the Batmite. Kind of a cool, quirky character. So yeah, I don't know. I thought the character was kind of cool. So I decided to pick it up. And it's a low grade. You can see that's like chipped in the corner here, has some chipping at the bottom. It's a low grade. So it's a very expensive comic in any grade, to tell you the truth, because it is a Silver Age. Okay, next one is Thor. Thor 122. And it's just a cool cover. Nothing really special about this comic. It has Odin on the cover. And, I kind of just liked the cover. So I picked it up for the cover. It was $10. I figured, hey, can't go wrong. It's like a 12-cent book, Silver Age. I thought it was kind of, just kind of a cool book. So I just picked it up. And next one. This is Tales to Astonish 63. And I forgot there is a character that's in this, but I just can't remember what it was. Let me just see if I can read it off the cover. A giant man discovers the Wrecker. No, it's not the Wrecker. Somebody in the comments below can tell me what this one is. I remember it. It's kind of a minor key. So yeah, I just picked it up. It was like, I forgot what the there is somebody major in this, and there's a reason why I picked it up. So I'm trying to I'm blanking on why. And the last one in that set was X-Men 94. Now this is a major one. It's in a low grade, I would say, like a 3 or 4 maybe. You can see it's a pretty pricey book, even in a low grade. So, this is one that it's been kind of eluding me for a while. And this is not like, in a weird way, it's not actually a major key. It doesn't have any first appearances, I don't think. It has lots of second appearances, but it's the one where X-Men sort of restart as a series. Before like 93 and back to, I think, 67 issues. They're basically all reprints, and this is where they sort of get back into the groove of producing new stories with new characters. So this is where you get Storm and Nightcrawler, Colossus, Wolverine, and they're all kind of back, and they're all like, starting up as characters, and it's, new stories and new things happening for the X-Men. So it's kind of almost like it's a major key in that respect, where it's sort of like Giant Size X-Men. It's the issue that comes after Giant Size X-Men, where things get back to normal in terms of producing comics with new stories. So kind of a cool one to pick up. Now, the next box. So you can see a pretty big box. And I'll open this one up. Oh, this is going to be a long video, I think, because there's two boxes like this. And we'll see. There's probably a lot of stuff in this. Hopefully you can hear me. Whoa. This always kills me. Whenever they have the little chippy things, always kills me. They always make such a mess. Oh my goodness. See all the little chip things flying all over the place. Put this on the ground. Whoa. So much. So many of these things drive me crazy. I hate them. Okay. If you're annoyed by these things too, comment in the, tell me about it. So, okay. Next thing. Let's see if I can get this tape off. Okay. There you go. Taking the chance to death. Okay. Almost there. Okay, so this is a little. I really like the character Bizarro. I don't know why. Maybe I was an outcast in life too, but I don't know. Bizarro is just kind of this weird character that I think is kind of cool. So I picked up a whole bunch of Bizarro first appearances, if that makes sense. So this is Bizarro Adventure Comics number 294. It's the first appearance of Bizarro, John F. Kennedy, and Marilyn Monroe. That's how kind of quirky it is. I think it's kind of a quirky comic, so I thought it was kind of a cool thing to pick up. And these are all going to be Bizarro. So this is, actually this is different. This is Adventure Comics number 266. And I think this is and you can check, quote me on this one, but this is the first appearance of Aquagirl. Like I think she only appeared in this one comic too. And then they changed her out with a new Aquagirl later. In this one, she's a blonde. In the later one, I think she's a redhead or a dark brown, black-haired girl. So yeah, this is the first appearance and only appearance of Aquagirl as like a blonde, and her character just, I think it gets, it just doesn't go anywhere. They were sort of testing it out. Now here's another Bizarro one, and it's like you can see it just right there. I can't pronounce that. Mikaplix, probably pronouncing that totally wrong. And he becomes Bizarro. So it's sort of like another one of these Bizarro world kind of situations. And the next one is Adventure Comics 295. And this is the first appearance of this guy. What's his name? I think it's Congo or something like that. Yeah, and this is his first appearance. Okay, and this is kind of like a little indie comic that has the first appearance of Rocketeer. as I said, I love to get first appearances. So this is a cheap comic. Nothing like all these are pretty inexpensive comics, to tell you the truth. This one is Star Slayer #1, and it's just the first appearance of the Rocketeer. And another issue of the first appearance of the Weasel. So I have 2 copies of it. And this is Firestorm #35. So I have 2 copies of the Weasel. So that was it. And I got 1 slab. Now the slab is a major one. It is Spider-Man #15. I'm not sure if the glare is going to kill me here. There we go. Hopefully it's not too glary. And this is the first appearance of Kraven the Hunter. Now this is a very pricey book, and it's getting really pricey. I think they announced that there's going to be a movie about Kraven. So yeah, so he's kind of a cool character. He's also part of the Sinister Six. So there's talk that the next Spider-Man movie is going to be about the Sinister Six. That they've been talking about that for a while. There's been speculation about that for many years now. Every time there's a new Spider-Man movie comes out, they always talk about, oh, is it going to be about the Sinister Six? Well, you never know. So this is the first appearance of Kraven. And he's kind of a character that chases Spider-Man around a lot, like most of the villains do. And this is a 2.0. So it's a low grade. Even at a low grade, it's a fairly pricey book. I think I can check my pricing. Yeah, I paid like $500 for this. So very pricey book, but very cool to get his first appearance. So the next one, and this is the last box that I have to open. This one has more slabs in it. Very small wood chipping things. I'm so glad they didn't put the little chipping things in it. Okay. So they gave me a free comic. This is a free comic book day one. And it's just little Lulu. I don't know why. It's just one that was there. So it's kind of cool. I don't know. So free comic book day. Thank you for the free comic. And then this is Darkhawk #1. I think I paid $30 for this. It's just, first appearance of Darkhawk. And there's a lot of talk that they're kind of going to do something with this character. So I kind of picked it up because people kept on talking about it, and I was kind of curious, what is this character? I never heard of him. I don't necessarily think he looks the coolest, to tell you the truth. But, there's a lot of talk about this character, and I'm just curious. I was, it got me for the curiosity's sake. I think I paid $30 for it, first appearance. And it's in a good grade. It's in a high grade. Okay, so the next thing is my slab. This is something I've been waiting for. This is a pretty big one. And it's a really low grade. You can see it's a 1.5. And this is Hulk #2. Now, Hulk #2, for those who don't know, is the second appearance of the Hulk. But it's also the first appearance of the Hulk when he's green. Okay, so I couldn't afford the first appearance of the Hulk, well, I'm trying to, but so far I haven't been able to buy it. But this is a more affordable. Actually, it's still really expensive. Even a low grade like this, it's like a $600 book. So this is the first appearance of the Green Hulk and the second appearance of the Hulk in general. So it's just kind of a cool comic where he's actually green. And to me, that's really the iconic color for Hulk. He's green. Usually we think of the green giant kind of thing. So that's the Hulk #2. And the last one is Werewolf by Night #1. I Okay, this is not the first appearance or anything. I actually had the first appearance. Here's the first appearance of Werewolf by Night. Actually, I really like the cover for both for these. The first appearance of Werewolf by Night is in Marvel Spotlight, and it's Marvel Spotlight number 2. So this is actually the more cooler of the two comics to get, but this is the one that came, and it's the first appearance. Not the first appearance. It is just the continuation of the story from Marvel Spotlight number 2, and you know, it's just kind of a cool cover, you know, with the werewolf kind of character kind of portrayed. So yeah, so this has been my comic book haul, and I hope you enjoyed watching it up till now. I'm always getting some cool comics, and some of these ones that I bought here, you might, you know, want to try picking up yourself, because some of them are like spec books that could become expensive over time, and now might be the time to buy them. The Hulk one, Hulk number 2 is, you know, Hulk is always popular. A lot of the time I like to try to get iconic characters, and it's one of those things where I feel like the prices are just going so high, where it's just becoming really almost impossible to buy any of those iconic characters in a high grade. So buying it at a 1.5, it was a 1.5 grade, seems to be the only way to get that key issue. It's just becoming very pricey for those big issues. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and check out my other videos, and thanks for watching. Bye.